everyone, it's Erin again. So I've been doing a lot of cleaning and I've come across a treasure trove of things that I wrote when I was in high school and middle school. So I thought I would give you a taste of what the heck I thought about back then. So this is the most completed one I found. I'm not good at writing in journals. I never have been. So this is a journal that spans from September of 2004 to February of 2005. So I'm sure I'll find other writings around this time. But I thought it'd be fun just to read a few entries. I think I'll go through September in this video and see what the heck was on 15-year-old Erin's mind. I haven't read through these yet, so hopefully they're not too embarrassing. But let's dive right in. 13th September 2004. I've never written in a journal before. I mean, I have, but I've never been able to keep it up for more than a few days. My main problem is that I never know what to write, but I guess now that I have to write in one, I'll just have to come up with interesting topics to write about. I guess this is, maybe it was for a class, I don't know. It says I have to write it. For this entry, I think I shall write about myself. I mean, it is a journal. My name is Erin Amanda Yarborough, and I am 15 years old. My birthday, December 3rd. My family, mom, dad, sister Kelly, 25, and brother Scott, 23. Pets, cat named Shayna. Well, that's about all I have time to write for the moment. Until next time. And then I wrote a word that I don't completely remember, but I think it might be goodbye in some form of Elvish from Lord of the Rings. Yeah, anyway, moving on. 14th of September, 2004. The ground rumbles beneath my feet. The unmistakable sound of a train on a track, moving faster and faster. My heart beats in my chest. The unmistakable feeling of loneliness creeps up to me, moving closer and closer. The suitcase falls from my cold hand. It hits the ground. And then I wrote that same Elvish word. I don't know what that was for. I don't know if that was some sort of fan fiction poem or what. I don't know what it was inspired by. I'd never ridden a train at that point, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Next entry. 15th September 2004. She sat alone in her tiny apartment, with her forehead pressed against the window, watched the rain fall. She shivered and pulled her shawl tighter to protect her from the cold. There was no activity below her in the city street. Everyone had long since retired because of the late hour and the rain. All the lights in the apartments across the street were out, yet she still sat in silent vigil. The clock struck 2. Only 20 minutes left now. And then I said goodbye. But then the next day I continued, 16th September 2004. The clock struck 2. Only 20 minutes left now. She closed her eyes and a tear trickled down her cheek. It had been a year now since that horrible night. The night she lost everything she had, but gained the one thing she didn't: freedom. She sat alone in her tiny apartment, with her forehead pressed against the window, reliving her memories. She felt the emotions of this day a year ago wash back over her. Happiness, exhilaration, love, fear, anger, fear, defeat, even more fear, and lastly, love, again, and determination. Then nothing. I don't know what this is. That's the end of that. So I don't know if it was a fan fiction. It probably was a fan fiction. I don't know. There's no names, so I have no clue. But if you want to match up all of those terrible emotions that I wrote at the end to some movie, I mean, if anyone wants to figure it out, don't waste your time. 17th September 2004. The countryside was breathtaking. Elizabeth thought it must be the most beautiful in the whole country. She was a great admirer of nature, and so living on an estate as beautiful as ... was like a dream come true for her. And I wrote ... I really don't want to write at the moment, so I guess that's it for right now. I'm assuming that was some sort of Pride and Prejudice fan fiction that I wrote a few sentences of, because it's been one of my favorite books since I was 12 years old. So 20th of September 2004. Well, hello everyone. I really don't know what to write about at the moment, so I guess I'll write about the books I'm reading. I'm currently reading 2 books. Last week, I started reading Michael Crichton's Timeline for the 3rd time. It just gets better every time. The other book I'm reading is called Dancer? I think it says Dancer. I cannot remember who wrote it. It is about a 16-year-old African-American ballet dancer trying to find herself through dancing. I'm not very far into the book, but I'm really enjoying it. On a completely random note, I really love the music that is playing right now. I don't know exactly what it is, but I really like it. Until next time. Okay, I think I remember what this is. I'm pretty sure this was my 10th grade English class, and we would start every period by having a writing session. So she would play music, the teacher would play music, and we would sit there and we would write, and we had to write about anything we wanted to. But I remember Timeline, but I do not remember Dancer at all. Apparently I liked it. I must have finished it. I've read a lot of books, so I don't remember everything. 21st September 2004. It is so cold right now. My hands are turning purple and I cannot stop shaking. I keep meaning to bring a jacket with me to school, but then I forget. This is the coldest the classroom has ever been this year. I hope that it's never this cold again. The temperature reminds me of the time I got to go into a walk-in freezer. That is how cold the room is right now. Oh well, at least it's not really hot. I mean, true. That would be horrible. At least the cold is bearable. I think the school needs to fix the air conditioning system. Until next time. I mean, yeah, that classroom was super cold. I remember seeing once they have like a evacuation map on the walls. And they would show, like, the different routes that you would take if there was an earthquake drill, for example, or if there was an earthquake, for example. And I remember seeing that classroom, the 10th grade English classroom, for an emergency situation was designated as the morgue. So I used to joke that that's why it was so cold in there. And I don't think it was really a joke. Anyway, 22nd September 2004. I am exhausted. Yesterday I had to go to practice for both tennis and drumline/band. The tennis season has barely started and I'm already waiting for it to be over. I've barely been sleeping and haven't been getting all of my homework done. Last year was never this hectic. I still had 2 activities, but the play wasn't quite as demanding as the tennis team. Yeah, so my freshman year in high school I did a play. I was an Anne of Green Gables. I was Anne. Yay! And I was in drumline. In my sophomore year, I decided to try for the tennis team, so I was on the JV tennis team, and I was still in drumline, and it did not work out, and I ended up dropping from the tennis team because it was too much. I wish I could have tried out for the play this year. I really wanted to be in the Crucible. Everyone keeps asking me if I'm in the play. They were all shocked when I say no because I was Anne of Green Gables. I just tell them that I'm going to try out for the Wizard of Oz in the spring. I hope I have time to be in it. I don't remember them doing Wizard of Oz, and I definitely wasn't in it if they did it, so there. 23rd September 2004. The air is cold, it freezes me, but I don't feel it all. My soul is dead, emotions dry, I've taken a big fall. So I'll just wait for someone to come and hope that someone will, and if they don't, then I shall be waiting in darkness still. Oh, 15-year-old Erin. Just angsty poetry, it's great. 24th of September. Dry leaves crush beneath my feet as I walk along a forgotten path. Silence assaults my ears and taunts me with its nothingness. The sky is bleak and gray, for there is no color on this path, and it slowly kills my imagination. This forgotten path is long and endless, and forgotten for a reason. I just hope that when I reach the end, I'm still alive. I can't with myself. This is ridiculous. Okay, 27th September. We're almost through September. 27th September 2004. Oh, more poetry. No. The empty street, lined by dark houses that mock me with their warmth. I walk alone in the darkness of an empty and silent night. I trudge along, hoping I will find some place to rest my eyes. In shadows, I lie down and sleep until, at last, I die. I can't. It's so 28th of September 2004. Thank God I'm almost done. I wish that I had an opportunity to travel. I want to get away and see the world. Hopefully after college I'll get the chance to actually go to a different country. Still haven't been. Hopefully soon. Maybe. I don't know. As of right now, my family doesn't have money to go on vacation. Least of all, another country. One day, though, I will go every place that I've ever wanted to go, and no one can stop me. You be determined, Erin. 29th of September. I am really clumsy. When I was walking into AP Euro today, I tripped over my own feet. I then fell flat on the ground. I dropped all of my books and skinned my knees. Yeah, this sounds like me. But that is not even the worst of it. When I had to walk out of that class, I found that I couldn't. That is actually a lie. I can walk, just very ill indeed. Ill indeed, that's a very Jane Austen thing to write. So now I just have to hobble to all my classes in tears because of the pain. This is a bad day. Oh, laughing at past pain. Thank God, the last day, the 30th of September. Thursdays are the worst days of the week. Monday is a pretty bad day as well, but it's not too bad because it is the very beginning of the week. Tuesday is better than Monday because you're not as tired because it isn't just after the weekend. Wednesday is the middle of the week, so you're happy because you're halfway done with the week, but Thursday is the worst. To me, Thursdays always feel like Fridays. This is bad because, well, they're not. Thursdays are pointless. They're not the middle of the week, and they're not the end of the week. They're just there. Fridays are good because it means there is no school the next day. Saturday and Sunday are the best because they are the weekend. But Thursdays are the worst. And with that, very poignant and meaningful entry, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. So those were the thoughts of 15-year-old Erin. Let me know what you think below in the comments. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's all for now, and I will see you guys later. I'll probably upload another video in just a few days. See you then. Bye.